Okay everyone, welcome to my 2019 deck collection video. Now one last thing before we begin is I want to know from you guys, if I were to post more deck collection videos in the future, how often should I update my deck collection? Should I post videos every 6 months or every year or something around that? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Oh, I almost forgot, this collection is not going to consist of any marketed trick decks like the Invisible deck or a Svengali deck, nothing like that. I'm just going to include all of my regular decks of cards. Now, like I said before, we have about 30 of these to get through, so let's just get right into it. Okay, so to kick off this collection, we are going to start off with the red bicycles. Now, this isn't a strange or unusual deck to you guys. Everyone has seen this deck before. You can buy these pretty much anywhere nowadays for about $5 or less, depending on where you're buying it. And of course, it's made by Bicycle, United States Playing Card Company, so you already know this deck. It looks great, it feels great, so yeah, obviously, if you don't have a standard pack of Bicycle playing cards, definitely pick one up. But again, very simple deck. You guys have seen this a bunch of times, so that's all I can really say about it. Let's take a look at our next deck. Alright, coming in at number 31, we have the Bicycle Black Scorpion deck. Again, it's a Bicycle deck, so it's going to look great, it's going to feel great, it's going to handle amazing. You can see this design is absolutely beautiful. It is a black and gold design, and the faces are also going to be black, and the core cards are going to be nice and stylish. And you guys can see that all of the pips have been recolored to yellow and white rather than red and black, so it does give it a really nice look. And you can just see that the colors really do pop out on all of these cards. I'm traditionally not the biggest fan of black faced cards, that's just me, but this deck really does look nice, and it is a great asset to have in your collection. But yep, that is the Bicycle Black Scorpion deck. Pick yours up today. Let's go on to the next deck. Alright, coming in at number 30, we have the Bicycle Green Autumn deck. Now, this is another great deck. I've used this a lot over the years, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but this deck is definitely, it's a little bit worn, it's a little bit sticky. You can kind of see some of the dirt on all the cards because of how much I've used this over the years. But again, it is a Bicycle deck, so once again, it's going to look great, it's going to feel great. It doesn't obviously handle the best right now because, again, of the extensive use I've had over the years, but it's an amazing deck to have. It's themed kind of like, again, like fall, that's why it's called autumn. I don't know about you guys, but when I look at these cards, I just kind of have this old school vibe. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but that's just how I feel. But yeah, one way or another, it's an amazing deck to have. I use this a lot when I practice, so I would recommend picking up one for yourself as well. Okay, coming in at number 29, we have the Citizens deck by Theory 11. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Theory 11, they make amazing playing cards, extremely high quality, and the Citizens deck is no exception. The back design is extremely elegant with a nice metallic ink gold and also some black in the background. A really great deck. It looks great. It feels amazing. And as far as the faces go, it's pretty much traditional Bicycle, as you guys can see. That was a awful spread. As you guys can see, that's a little bit better. You can see the faces are pretty much standard with the red maybe a little bit darker than traditional Bicycle. So yeah, it does have a standard feel and look, but other than that, it really does handle great, so I would highly recommend picking up a deck of Citizens playing cards today. But that's pretty much all I can say. Let's move on to the next deck. Alright, coming in at number 28, we have the Malibu V2s by Gemini Decks. So yes, there were two versions of this deck printed. There was the Malibu V1s and the Malibu V2s. I was not able to get my hands on the V1s. They sold out too quickly, but I was thankfully able to get my hands on this beautiful deck. I absolutely love this back design. It's just super pretty and will definitely catch the eyes of your spectators when performing Magic or cardistry. And then as far as the faces go, definitely a lot of uniqueness here. The red is instead a light pink, the black is a traditional black, and the core cards have been recolored to a black and yellowish type color. And then you guys can see some of the red quartz as well. We'll have some purple. You can see it really does have that summer, spring kind of vibe. It's just a really amazing deck, and again, I really recommend that you pick one up as well if you still can. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the Malibu V2s. Let's take a look at the next deck. Okay, coming in at number 27, we have the Sunset Camos by Riffle Shuffle. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard me say this before. I truly believe that Riffle Shuffle makes some of the best playing cards on the market. I'm not going to shuffle these cards right now because they are still in new deck order, and I do plan on doing a deck review on these in the future. But yeah, this is truly an amazing pack of cards. I think this deck is aimed a little more toward cardistry rather than Magic, but I would still use these for Magic any day. You can see all the black cards have a light tinted grayish brownish type color, and then the red cards are going to be orange, and it just has this really nice customization. It's truly an amazing pack of cards, and another deck that I highly recommend you pick up if you still can, because it is sold out in most places. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Sunset Camos. Let's take a look at the next deck. Alright, coming in at number 26, we have the Pop Camo playing cards by Riffle Shuffle. Now, I actually just received these cards a few minutes prior to making this video. So yeah, I literally just got these. And as you can see, they look absolutely beautiful. These are also still in new deck order, and I'm not going to shuffle them just yet because I don't want to ruin the order, being that I might do a deck review on these in the future. But you can see this is just another beautiful pack of cards. So if you're into Magic or if you're into cardistry, try to pick up a deck of Pop Camos for yourself. Alright, coming in at number 25, we have the Bicycle Hidden playing cards. Now, one thing I should mention here is this deck is exclusive to Walgreens. That's the only place you are going to be able to pick this pack up. But I'd say it's worth it because it's only like $8. And obviously it's Bicycle, so you know it's going to look great. You know it's going to feel great. As far as the design on this one, it's really nice. All the pips have really nice customization. Even the core cards look like they're like dead, so yeah, that's really nice. My only complaint is that the borders on these cards are black and the faces are white, because when you take a card and you reverse it in the pack, you can see how easy it is to distinguish that card, and that can really hurt you when trying to perform a magic trick. So yeah, that's my only complaint, but other than that, it's still a really amazing pack of cards. So I would recommend picking one up for yourself. Go to your local Walgreens today. Alright, coming in at number 24, we have the Black Artisans, also by Theory 11. This is another truly amazing pack of cards. This one has been used a lot. I actually got this deck from a friend of mine, and it was already extensively used when he gave it to me. But it's a pack of Theory 11 Artisan cards, so I couldn't turn it down. And they still handle and feel amazing. As far as the backs go, you can see it does have a really nice design there. But as far as the faces go, everything is pretty much standard. And you can even see how messy some of these cards are. Yeah, some of these cards are kind of disgusting because of the extensive use. But again, still a really nice deck. So I would recommend getting a deck for yourself 100%. But anyways, that's the Black Artisans. Let's take a look at the next deck. Coming in at number 23, we have the White Artisans. So this deck is pretty much the same exact thing as the black, except the back design has been altered in color just a little bit, and the faces of the cards are, well, pretty much the exact same, standard like Bicycle, and exactly the same as the Black Artisans. So I really don't need to say much about this deck other than just pick one up, because it really is an amazing deck. So pick up a deck of White Artisans today. Anyways, let's take a look at the next deck. Alright, coming in at number 22, we have the Bicycle American Flag playing cards. Now, this deck has become one of my new favorites as of late. And the reason being is because the design is really nice, as you guys can tell. But for whatever reason, this deck, even though it's made by Bicycle, I feel like it handles a little bit better than most of my other Bicycle decks. I just love the way that these cards feel in the hands, and I would highly recommend picking one of these up for yourself. And you can see that the theme of this deck is going to revolve around, well, America, of course, good old America. You can see each of the pips have stars in them, so this really is a deck that is meant for American pride and nationalism. It's just a really great pack of cards, and I highly recommend picking one up for yourself. Anyways, that's it for the Bicycle American Flags. Let's take a look at the next deck. Alright, coming in at number 21, we have the Sirius B deck by Riffle Shuffle. Now, this deck is by far my favorite designed deck. It just looks absolutely amazing. All of the faces just have a really unique design. It's truly a beautiful pack of cards. It handles okay. It's not the best handling deck, but it does handle really nicely. So yeah, I would definitely recommend picking one of these up as well. If you want to see an in-depth review on this, then just click the link right up here and it will take you right to my video. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the Sirius B deck. Let's take a look at the next one. Alright, coming in at number 20, we have the Neil Patrick Harris playing cards by Theory 11. This is another amazing pack of cards. If I can actually get it out of the box here. Just another pack. It just looks great. It feels amazing in the hands. Handles extremely well. And yeah, the design of the cards overall, the pips and everything are just really, really nice. And spectators, I think, would love this deck as you're performing with it. I'm not going to say too much about this one. So again, that's Neil Patrick Harris playing cards. Pick one up for yourself. And now let's get into the next one. Alright, coming in at number 19, we have the Black Bicycle playing cards. Now, I've used these cards a lot over the years, as you guys can tell, because the card box is completely destroyed. And the cards themselves, as you can see, aren't exactly in the best condition. Why is this card face up? Oh, it's a double facer, that's why. But yes, I've used these cards a lot over the years, so you can see they're definitely a little worn down. They're a little bit sticky, hard to handle right now. But either way, when it's in new condition, it's a bicycle deck. It looks great. It feels great, so yeah, this is exactly the same as the red bicycles. They're just, well, black instead of red. But yeah, that's all I can say about it. So definitely pick up a deck of black bikes if you can today. Coming in at number 18, we have the Bicycle Black Reversed Back playing cards. So these cards are pretty much the same exact thing as the black deck, except the colors on the back have been reversed. Also, the faces, as you guys can see, are black with the black cards being white and the red cards still being red. Now, this is another deck that I have used a lot over the years. So yes, the deck is definitely a little bit worn and is a little sticky. But again, it's a bicycle deck, so you know it will handle great and feel great in the hands. So yeah, if you want, go ahead and pick up a deck of black reversed backed playing cards today. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the black reverse back. Let's take a look at the next deck. Coming in at number 17, we have the Orbit V6s by Orbit Brown. So there were 5 other models of the Orbit deck made. This is the 6th edition. I was only able to get my hands on this one. I do not have any of the other ones, but I do want some of the other ones really, really badly because these cards really are amazing. They look great. They look amazing, actually, and they do handle quite well. My only complaint is, for whatever reason, I cannot fan these cards that well, as you guys can tell. And I don't know why. I only got this deck actually really recently, and I haven't put any wear and tear into it whatsoever, so I don't understand why I can't fan the cards that well. But other than that, again, the deck still does handle amazingly. But yeah, if you can, I would highly recommend picking up a deck of Orbit V6s. Anyways, let's take a look at the next deck. Coming in at number 16, we have the Cobra deck by Cardamundi. This deck is honestly another one of my favorites. It feels like butter. It literally feels like butter. You open these playing cards and they're just super soft, super smooth, and they handle incredibly. I would say that this is my best handling deck, and if not, maybe the second, but this is by far one of my favorite decks that I have in my collection. As far as the faces go, they are standard for the most part with moderate customization. As far as the Ace of Spades is kind of customized, but I'm not gonna go too in depth in this video. But yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up a deck of Cobras. This deck is truly amazing and you would not be disappointed. Coming in at number 15, we have the Bicycle Breast Cancer deck. This is a really nice deck. The back design, of course, is bicycle, but it is a pink/fuchsia type design. This is another deck that I have used a lot over the years, so yes, it has been worn and torn a lot, so again, it doesn't exactly hold up as great anymore, as you can tell by that spread, but you can see it is still a really nice deck. And hey, there are 2 reasons why you should purchase this deck. Number 1, it's just a good deck of cards, so why not add it to your collection? And number 2, 15 cents from your purchase will go to breast cancer, and of course, we want to find a cure. So yeah, definitely pick up a deck of Bicycle Breast Cancer playing cards. But now let's go to the next one. Coming in at number 14, we have the Bicycle Ghost playing cards. This is another really good deck, another one that, I have used a lot over the years, but this one actually still handles really, really nicely for the most part. Even though it has been worn and torn, you guys can tell the cards are kind of dirty, but they do still handle pretty smoothly. I mean, the spread isn't really that great anymore, but again, don't let the handling of the cards I'm showing you now influence whether you should buy it or not, because again, this has just been used extensively over the years. but when you first get it, it's going to look and feel absolutely great. So yeah, if I were you, I would definitely recommend picking up a pack of Bicycle Ghost playing cards today. But let's take a look at the next deck. Coming in at number 13, we have the Aviator playing cards, and these are the blue ones because there are red ones. This is definitely my least favorite deck out of the bunch. It does not have an air cushion finish. It feels a little more like a plasticky kind of coating, but it's not like full plastic, so it's doable. And pretty much this deck I didn't really take good care of because I didn't really care about this deck as much. You can see it, this one's definitely shot. And it's all just standard, and the back design's not even cool. So again, I'm not a fan of this deck at all. I just picked it up one day because, you know, why not? The more decks I have, the better. But yeah, this Aviator deck, I mean, in my opinion, I wouldn't bother picking it up. It is super cheap, but again, I wouldn't really buy this if I were you. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about the Aviator deck. So let's take a look at the next deck. Coming in at number 12, we have the Ultra deck by Gemini Decks. Now, this deck was definitely geared toward cardistry. You can tell just by the design of the back and the design of the faces. These are not typical cards that you would see at the poker table, or I feel like most magicians wouldn't perform with this just because that most spectators, I feel like, would question it just because of the overall design. So yeah, this is definitely a deck geared toward cardistry, but I would definitely recommend picking one up because it looks amazing, as you can tell, and it does handle amazing. This is actually one of the few decks that I can spring pretty decently. So yeah, definitely pick up a pack of Ultra playing cards today. Coming in at number 11, we have the Oriental playing cards by Ripple Shuffle. This deck is absolutely amazing, and it is another one that I did do an in-depth review on. So if you want to see that, click the link right up here. That will take you directly to the video. And you guys will know, if you have seen that video, how much I love the design of this deck. You're going to hear me rave about the use of metallic ink in this deck because there's just so much of it, and it really does make the cards pop, and your spectators would definitely love the visual of this pack. So yeah, again, as I've said, I love Ripple Shuffle. If you're not familiar with them, get used to them. Pick up this deck. It's absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the next one. Coming in at number 10, we have the Bicycle Element Series Fire playing cards. I think there are 8 different Element Series cards in this series, but I think the Fire one is probably one of their better ones because the back design is really, really nice. And the faces, I think, have received really nice customization with the orange and black pips. And, of course, the core cards look absolutely astonishing. So yeah, this is just a really great deck. Another one that I would definitely pick up for yourself if I were you. But anyways, that's it for the Fire cards. Let's take a look at the next one. Coming in at number 9, we have the Red Wheels by Art of Play and DKNG. Now, there are multiple different wheel playing cards. There are the red ones, which I have. There are the green ones, the blue ones, and the black ones. So I recommend that you pick up any of them because they're all really good. And the design of these cards are just truly amazing. Like, look at these pips. Half red, half gold, half blue, half gold. The design of these cards are just absolutely beautiful. So if you're into really highly custom cards, definitely pick up a deck of Red Wheels. And of course, it handles amazing as well. But let's take a look at the 8th position. Coming in at number 8, we have the Peelers V2 by Ripple Shuffle. So yes, this is the second edition of the Peelers playing cards. The first one was a turquoise blue on the front, or an aqua-ish, and this one, the back design, as you can see, is red. And you can see that this deck is just highly customized. Definitely an amazing deck for Magic and cardistry. That was probably the worst spring I've ever done in my life. But regardless, yes, it's a really amazing deck. I would pick one up if I were you. I actually do have 2 of these decks because Ripple Shuffle sent me one for free. Maybe I'll do a giveaway in the future. Who knows? Let me know if I should give away one in the comments below. But anyways, that's it for Peelers V2. Let's take a look at the next deck. Alright, coming in at number 6. Now, yes, this is 6, not 7, because I'm tallying my second Peelers V2 deck as number 7, just so it doesn't throw off my count. So this right here is number 6. But one way or another, this is the Cardtrix Con 2018 deck, which I basically just did a half fan on. There we go, that's a little bit better. This deck looks great, it feels great, and being that it was made for Cardtrix Con, it's definitely aimed for cardistry. But just because of the simplistic design, I would definitely use these cards for Magic just because everything is recognizable for spectators. So yeah, truly another amazing deck here. Definitely go ahead and pick up one if you still can. But that is the Cardtrix 2018 deck. Let's take a look at the next one. Coming in at number 5, we have the Squeezers playing cards by Riffle Shuffle. This is yet another deck that I did a full review on, so if you want to see that, click right up here, and that will take you directly to the video. So I'm not going to talk too much about this deck since I did do a review. All I will say is it looks amazing and feels absolutely amazing in the hands. That's all I'm going to say for Squeezers for now. Let's take a look at the next deck. Coming in at number 4, we have the Union deck by Theory 11. This is another deck that is definitely themed around America and the United States. So, of course, if you live in the States, you'll appreciate this deck a lot more than that of someone who lives in, I don't know, like Russia, because they'll obviously get the symbolism of this deck a little bit more. But it's truly an amazing deck. Now, yes, it is a little bit worn, as you guys might be able to tell, because I have used this one also a lot over the years. But overall, the deck is still in phenomenal condition. So, yes, I would definitely recommend picking up a deck of Union playing cards for yourself. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the Union deck. Let's take a look at the next one. Coming in at number 3, we have the Contraband deck, also by Theory 11. This one is another one of my favorite decks, just because of the design itself. The design is amazing, and of course it's made by Theory 11, so you know the deck handles amazingly as I drop all of these cards. But yeah, one way or another, this deck, it just looks absolutely amazing. The customization is absolutely exquisite. And then, of course, again, as I mentioned before, the handling is top-notch. So I highly, highly recommend you pick up a deck of Contrabands today. But anyways, that's number 3. Let's take a look at number 2 and 1. Alright guys, so I decided to give numbers 2 and 1 the same exact spotlight because both of these decks deserve equal respect. Now keep in mind before I show you these that I did not go in any particular order like I said in the beginning of this video, but I did purposely leave these for last because they are just the most iconic playing cards on the market right now. I have a feeling most of you guys might have already guessed it, but these are the red and the blue Monarchs. These decks are just the most iconic playing cards on the market at the moment. Pretty much every single magician and cardist owns a deck of Monarchs. Right now, there are red, blue, green, white, and gold. I'm pretty sure the white and the golds have sold out a long time ago, but the red, blues, and greens are all still available. So I would definitely recommend picking up a deck of red and blue Monarchs. Same exact back design, just obviously one's red, one's blue. As far as the faces go, they are just going to be completely standard, but they are one of the best handling decks out there, and again, they just look absolutely amazing. So definitely pick up some Monarchs if you haven't already. But anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my in-deck collection. If you would like to see another one again in the future, let me know in the comment section below. But that is pretty much it. I will see you guys for my next video. Cardtrix 8 signing off.